Not yet. Still waiting. Okay, I think we are on. Hello everyone, welcome to Oak Cliff Performance Seminar. Today is August 22nd. This performance seminar is for our Stage 2, Stage 3, and Stage 4 students. So far we have 2 performers. They seem excited to share their music with us. Yeah? Alright, ladies first. We have Anaya. Please announce your name again and the piece you're going to play.
Hi, my name is Anaya, and I'm playing a winter tale.
Ta-da! Round of applause to Anaya. Great job. It's a very, very nice first draft. I like all of the notes were accurate. And then you actually had a really good sense of pose as well. I like that as well. We will talk more about the articulations. I can hear this piece is quite new. I'm not so sure how long have you been working on this piece? Hmm? How long have you been working on this piece?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think like a few weeks.
Few weeks?
Maybe.
Okay, that's good. Well, I think this is one of your CMPs, probably. Yeah, and then we'll talk more about it, how to make it better in the second half of the class. Let's move on to Mr. Jinar. Please announce your name and the piece you're going to play.
Hello everyone, my name is Chinar Karnik, and I'm going to be playing Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin.
Ta-da!
Thank you.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Round of applause to Mr. Jinar. It's a really, really cheerful piece. I like that. And I think it's a very good, well, if the third person doesn't come, then it's a very nice ending of the program. All right, it's a very solid draft. This is the first time, right? Is it the first draft or second draft?
I'm guessing second.
Is it second draft? Okay. Because I don't recall I hear the first draft. So okay, this is a very solid second draft, and then you memorize it. Congratulations! And it's a challenging piece as well. I like a lot of things that you are doing. I wish the dynamics can be more contrasting.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's
because
what
this piece is quite repetitive, or it's. I know there are some like here and there is a little bit different every single time, but overall the sound effect is a little bit is pretty repetitive, right? So if you can make the dynamics more contrasting, it will be more interesting. Overall, you have create more layers in your music. The ragtime music is supposed to be like like everyone probably eating in the restaurant and they hear it and it's kind of like just built in that way. So kind of like you hear it, but so if you can actually grab some attention from making your dynamics more obvious, that would be great. There's an interesting part we can also talk about it is your pedaling. I like most of them, and there are some parts I don't like more. I don't like that much. I'm not so sure if that's your idea. Yeah, sometimes we do the pedal because we feel like it, or you feel like, oh, I need this note to be connected or whatever. We can talk more about it. It's kind of like, hmm?
I normally do it on the beat because, like, for
Yeah,
example, this part and this
yeah,
part,
yeah. It's that part is like I got confused.
yeah.
So what's your reason? I'm curious about a reason why
So
you do that.
basically, whenever I hit this part, whenever I hit the octave, I tend to put the pedal down, like to add more volume to it. Yeah.
You okay? It's a very interesting way to put it, or the reason. I don't think you need it though.
Mm.
I have a couple of reasons because well, right hand is playing octave already. I have two notes there, and it's
Yeah.
quite high. So what? And then it's a staccato. So ideally, you want to, and I think you are managing your left hand in staccato quite nicely. So if your left hand is playing staccato, and then if you don't play this chord like super loud, it will not cover your right hand.
Mm.
And then another thing you can use is use your wrist movement to help you to actually push out the top notes more. What you want to think about is actually make sure your pinky is solid, so the note sounds solid, like firm. Not like if your pinky is like that, then it will sound like kind of more mellower. Can you try only right hand? Yeah, and then if you can give the extra, I guess, extra weight on each one. Let me show you. Can you see my right hand? So if you do, you can see my wrist. It's kind of like give an extra weight for those octaves. So treat it as like an accent. If you treat it as an accent, then how would you play it?
So,
Imagine there's an accent on top.
So if I did this, like my pinky and thumb would go more ahead of the note. Like if I normally play like this, I'd go here to put more pressure.
Sure, we can do that. Just like yours goes forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you are doing this way. You are kind of like dropping from the top. I'm not. I'm pushing on the key. I start from the key, and I push forward. I'm not like go forward and then down. You're doing going forward and then down. I'm going forward at the same time when I press down the key. Just like kind of imagine you're poking. Yeah, you're poking someone. Yeah, you hear the accent there? Like you already like it's very natural to bring out the accent, and you don't need to worry about like got covered by your left hand or something.
Yeah. So like for the harmony, we'll just
Mhm,
part
the
like,
chromatic scale.
more
Yeah.
volume for that, and you can still hear the arpeggios, but still. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think then you don't need to worry about your like putting pedal on those notes. it's kind of, I can imagine it's kind of hard to do that. You are actually able to do it. I was like very, he's kind of impressed, but yeah, I would rather you put the pedal on the downbeat if you want to. That should be, yeah. It's just somehow, like we want the very steady pulse, and somehow your articulation is against it. It's kind of like a conflict, and then it makes the listener is like got confused a little bit, like where what? Yeah, before we have like very steady and dun 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 dun, like 1 and 2 and 1. Now it's like 1 and 2. Yeah, it just, then if you do that, then this part will be less effective. We want to hear the like a contrast of the beats as well. Yeah. So like the way you do this part is so good, like very good. Yeah. So I was like my one of my point was like I want to tell you that I wish this pedal was here, was here. Yeah. Another thing is, yeah, let's just keep this piano like very soft. If you want to crescendo, you can. Maybe just the last two one.
Yeah,
Last
I
two.
use crescendo.
You do the crescendo? Uh, I guess I kind of hear it.
Oh,
You
can I
gotta do
hear?
more. You gotta do more. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe Zoom, maybe. But you have your original song on, right?
Yeah.
Did you heard it? Did you hear the
Yeah.
very clear crescendo though?
I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I call it like mentally you hear it. So like I thought I do it, I think I'm doing it, but actually the listener cannot hear it. And something will be very helpful is you record yourself. You record your own playing, and you will figure out, oh, I thought I did it, but I didn't hear it. So if you don't hear it through the recording, how can the listeners hear it?
Yeah.
You think about, imagine you're playing in the hall, and then there's a lot of people there. You need to make sure that even the last row of the people can hear that. Okay, let's move on to Anaya's piece. We have a very, very similar thing to talk about is articulation. So in Chinar's piece, we talk about the pedal can actually affect the articulation and also the sense of pulse. Same thing for you, Anaya. I get it. I think I get why you are doing that. You are doing da ba ba da. You are making the second note much shorter, and sometimes these are not connected. So I'm curious, like, do you know what slur means?
Yeah, you like play all the notes like smoothly, like not really choppy, more smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how do we make that happen? What's the first step?
Finger,
Figure what?
like putting the correct fingers in.
Sure. I would say just make sure your fingers stay on the keys. Just like make sure it's like, imagine you got the finger got glued on the keys. You never leave. Can we actually try that for the first 4 bars in the right hand?
Okay.
Okay. Up here. Yeah. It sounds better already. I think the way you treat the last note is a bit too. It sounds a little bit too aggressive to me. Like the way you leave it. It's okay you leave the note because it's the end of a phrase and you have a new phrase after. But what you leave sounds like this way. Sounds like you make your wrist go up like that. You don't need to go up that soon. You can do, and I'm doing diminuendo at the end, so it doesn't sound aggressive as well. It sounds like, what's the title of the piece? A Winter Tale. What would you imagine the story or the image of this piece?
Um, more of like, especially looking at the andante part, like someone walking in the snow, maybe.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, I like that. Someone walking in the snow. Who is walking in the snow? You or an old man or a turtle? Alien?
Probably slower, like someone slower because it's andante. So it's
Someone
like a
slower.
walking tempo.
Okay, sure. So let's say okay, my dad, he's old. Okay, he walks slow. Okay, yeah, like old man walking in the snow, and imagine like this in the snow. It's cold. I know we don't have snow in California, but you probably go to like Tahoe before. Yes. No.
Uh, no, not really.
Same here. Okay, go. You should go somewhere that has snow. Maybe New York in the winter. Yeah, when I was in East Coast, I was so tired of snow. I hate it. I actually appreciate the sunshine here. Um, Imagine the right hand is someone walking. Sure. Left hand, I don't think so though. Left hand, it can be like a wind in the winter. And then we have another wind comes in. So left hand need to be connected as well. That's my point. It will sounds too cute in my opinion. It doesn't sound like an old man walking in the snow. It sounds like maybe a clown, like walking like this. No, right? Can you try? Yeah, and then slide in. Your hand need to slide in. Let me see if you can. You can serve on the keys. Can you try?
Yeah.
What's your finger number?
I'm doing 1, 5, 2, 3.
Sure. That's actually fine. I like that. Then same thing. You can still slide in. It actually make your life easier. And try again. Yeah, and then instead of doing, you're kind of like press down like this way first and then go in. If you do that, it will sound aggressive because it's more like I don't know, a stomp by a T-Rex. No, you slide in, just from the top, slide in. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. The first note is really nice, and I know your keyboard sometimes make the weird sound, so I get it. I know that. So I think that was great. That was great. And then now, can you try just the first two bars?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you got it. You got it. You got it. I know you didn't mean to play that out. I know your keyboard. Okay. Sometimes it scare me though. And then for this part, for this the left hand, you move in and then you move out. Can you try that? Oh, that was beautiful. That was really good. Gina, you heard it, right?
Yeah.
Everyone heard it. That was really nice. It's so delicate. It sounds like in the snow now. It sounds like in the winter. Before it sounds more like spring, and then everyone is like a squirrel fighting. Yeah. Okay, it's not that bad, but something too cute. It sounds too cute before, in my opinion. It doesn't sound like aggressive. It just sounds too cute. Right now, it sounds like okay, it's in the right mood. Okay, I like your tempo choice though. I don't think this piece should be fast. Some people like to play that so fast. It sounds like a very healthy people walking in the snow. Yeah, it's like little children. I do think it should be like you said, someone slower, like walking in the snow. Okay, and then since I left hand needs some work here, may I know what type of practice you have done for your left hand here?
While I was practicing my piece, I was just doing hands separate, so like right hand, left hand, and then together.
What else?
I also worked in sections to make sure
Session of practice.
the
Sounds
left and right hand are good.
good.
Each portion.
Okay. This is a question for both of you. So this part, I don't care about the whatever before. This part I can say, let's say we have 3 voices here. 3 voice line here. Right hand has 1 voice line, left hand has 2. What would you do besides doing hands separate and hands together and sessional practice? Chinar.
I mean, I didn't really understand the question, so.
Oh, okay, great. So what is voice lines? What is voice line? Voice.
What voice line?
Voice line. For both of
Where-
you as well.
I've heard that before. I can't remember this way.
Maybe Anaya?
I don't know.
Okay. Voice line in for singers is like, okay, when they have to sing their part. So imagine you're going to the choir and then there are like, 4 parts in the choir. We call it soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Soprano and alto is like girls, the higher pitch and slightly lower pitch, and then a lower range of the pitches. And then tenor and bass are guys. Okay. They have their own part to sing. They will sing at the same time. They might have melody. Maybe all of them are in them like have a certain type of melody. It's a melody line for them, and then they sing together. On piano, a lot of compositions, for example this one, you can consider that is multiple voice lines as well. And they're lucky and unlucky for us. Unlucky part is, well, we need to play that with our 2 hands. We don't have multiple people to sing for us or to play for us. We need to play through our fingers. The lucky part is there is a very simple way to practice that. Well, you just practice 1 voice line at a time. In the right hand, we can just treat there's 1 line because 1 note. Right? So instead of thinking the notes vertically, we're looking at it horizontally. Okay, for the left hand, I still have 2 voice lines. One is here. And then your left hand, lower part. The way you practice that is, well, right hand only, bass line. For left hand, let's play the middle line. The middle line you need to play with the right finger number though. So I'm assuming you are using 1, 2.
For the finger?
Yeah, for the finger numbers, are you playing 1, 5, and 2, 3 again for these 2 parts?
Wait, let me see. Yeah.
Okay, and then you do 1, 2 here. And 2, 1. Okay, so now let's just play the middle line. So only the notes and with the right finger number though. So you're gonna use 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Your turn. Okay, I thought you have the finger number on your sheet music. No?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you don't need to look at my screen, right? And then your lower finger number will be 5, 3, and 5, 3 again, and 5, 4. Can you play the lower? Can you actually play the middle one again? And look at your sheet music. I don't think you're following the right finger number though. You're using 3 on this D, but this D should be 2. You need to imagine you are going to play, you are still playing, eventually you're gonna play all the notes, and you will not use 3 on this D. Make sure you are using the right finger number. Can you try one more time? 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then 2, and then 1. Beautiful. Okay, now left the lowest voice line. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4. Mm-hmm. G, G, G again, G again. Yes. Okay. You're like, this sounds different than original. Yeah, because right now we are separate all of them, like individually. Now your ear got forced to listen to something different. Before you are thinking about everything put together. Like, but right now when you play, you will be able to listen to every single like individual lines, and it will help your memorization. It will also help you to make sure you are playing the right notes. So you gotta do that several times. Right hand is no problem because right hand is like just one line, and then you probably play like 4,000 times. So let's try to practice with voice lines. In the future, you will probably have more pieces like written in this way for both of you. Try it this way. Sometimes, well, right now it's actually good. You only have 3 lines. Sometimes you have 4. Sometimes you have 5. In the future, not now. Okay. All right. Thank you, both of you, for sharing your music and working with me today. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
No problem.